Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning, and welcome. My name is Nori. We're coming to you live from the Digital Engineering server. This is the Digital Engineering SMP mod pack, and this is our mess. So how is everybody doing this fine Friday evening? We are getting into it. It is our community night. We are had a lot of flurries of activity going on this last week. Since last time we all got together for our community night. We also got the Saturday we did our concrete shop, so we got that up and going. That worked out really nice. And then let's see what all else said. There's been a lot of various different activities going on, including, as you can see right behind me, we have a construct who is currently in operations, performing some automation for us. That is, he is making runes, so to speak, which works out well. Why is this an important thing? I have no idea. Welcome. It almost makes me sound like a pirate. That's pretty cute. Hello, Illyri. Welcome. Welcome. First time here, huh? Oh. My name's Nori. Everybody calls me it's short for No Rhythm. But it's just Nori's, but most people go by. So it's nice and easy. Real simple. And you have just joined us for our community night. So this is where we go around and we look at what everybody has been up to, and we discuss the stuff that we've been doing. So this is our second season now here on the Digital Engineering SMP server. We did season 1 was Valhelsia 3. So season 2, which is what we're on right now, is our own custom mod pack. So this is a really magic heavy mod pack. It's kind of fun. So what we're watching behind me right now is some Man and Artifice automation. So I've got this little magical robot guy that we built, and he's making runes for us. Now this is very important because you can see one guy doing this, and one of the places that we are actually going to go visit. In fact, we'll make that our first stop of the evening. Let's get our is that one right there. So we have been working over at a place we're calling our Dwarven Forge. So the idea behind the forge here is that we want to have... So I've got one there in my base, and he's just a prototype. The idea being is that over here at the Dwarven Forge, we're going to go from 1 to, I don't know, 30 or 40 of these guys running around. And so this is going to be their work floor. Let's get a broom. Nice little quick way of flying around. So we have the anvil where they'll be set up and working from. We've even got... I'm going to try and get some create in here to see if I can't actually make that arm move. So that arm is a basic reconstruction of the arm on one of the constructs. And so the idea being is that it's a very large construct working on some runes. And so this area right here will continue to flatten out, and then we'll put a whole army of these guys just toiling away down there. So it should be rather interesting. We have our elevator that goes down to the workshop floor, courtesy of Bazinga, one of the members on the server. And so he's already been hard at work here building in the front gates of the place. And so this is going to be like a big Dwarven Kingdom style build over here. And so the whole purpose of this entire area right here is for making runes for mana and artifice. So all of this is just to make a. it's a lot of work for just a bunch of, for basically a workshop for a bunch of guys to run around. But we were talking about it one day, and so we were looking at these guys running around hammering on anvils and whatnot. We're like, what would be really great would be like a huge workshop full of these guys going about and doing a whole bunch of these. All right, go away. All right, I'm getting zapped by something. Where's the little fairy? There's the little fairy. Come here, you. Do I not have the right? Stupid. Well, zombies are actually the least of the concerns in the mod pack. So as you play, Mana and Artifice is one of those mods that are in here. And so as you play and you choose a faction of Mana and Artifice, there are far worse things than zombies. These guys are actually fairly... whatever. They don't matter. Yeah, so this area is still going to get some more work done to it. I finished carving some more of it out. I'm finished carving it out, and then we're going to have like an entire army of these guys down there. Plus, we're going to put in some like conveyor belts, and so we're going to have a whole automation thing where all these construction guys are just sitting around, running around down there like an entire like Dwarven workforce, just working because we could, and it sounded like fun. And we were going for this, like we had this whole thought of like a whole Dwarven from like Lord of the Rings style sort of thing, where lava pouring everywhere and that sort of thing. So that was kind of the thought process behind that. That was the direction we were going in. So this has been a big area that we've done a lot of work in the last couple of days. I'm just working on, so one of the things that I've got is all of the work down here. So I was just working on how to make certain I was supplying enough material to the guys, getting the guys programmed correctly, trying to figure out if I wanted to do one construct per operation or one construct per room that we was crafting, and I hadn't really quite figured out how I wanted to do that either. So just a bunch of stuff. So, anyways, on the server there is 13 of us, I think. Yeah, there's 13 of us now, but not all 13 are still active anymore. So there's, I would say, about 10 of us that are really still active, and then 3 that pop in and out on occasions. They show up, they do a few things, and then they go about their business. Let's see, let's go here. So we're going to pop back over to the tower real quick. So our next stop on today's lovely little tour is going to be the community center. Oh, we're just getting I guess you're so this would be your first community night. So here, this is my base. When we started looking at the mod pack that we were going to do, when we were playing around with the seeds, I found we found this seed to use, and there was this big lava mountain, and I'm like, okay, I had to do like evil dark wizard sort of thing. So this is, come on, you stupid. Brooms has a mind of its own. So this is my giant wizard's tower. Um, it is currently being destroyed by a dragon. But so one of the things that I had been working on this weekend is making this big portal in which the dragon's actively coming out of. Trying to make more of like an action sequence sort of thing. But yeah, so there's this huge portal, and we're going to have this big dragon that's coming out. I still have a little bit more work to do on the head. And then, of course, put in the remnants of the body. We have a piece of his hand coming out here like it's going to rip off one of the towers. I got to beef up the hand. The hand's kind of, a little thin. And then down around the island, we're actually putting in. So went out and because we had Create, we were able to copy and paste villagers' huts. So I went and found a couple of examples of villagers. And so I'm building in my own little villager area down here around the mountain. So it's kind of like the town at the base of the volcano, at the base of like the wizard location. But there's, I don't know, 8 or 9 floors in this thing. And then the other fun part that we did was the original entrance to the place was going to be through the dragon's mouth. So that's what these slipstream generators are here for. They are magic-based elevator mods. So if you look up while standing on them, you float up. As you look down, you go down. Where it gets to be fun is when you look up, you realize that what you're actually doing is flying into the mouth of the dragon. And the other thing I did is I've got some lava pockets here in the dragon's mouth with the idea of putting these on a timer. So the dragon will occasionally just drool lava down onto this walk path. So still a ton of stuff to do here. And then, so this has been like my work. So this is all I've been working on other than everything else. And so if we pop back through here, so this is our, this is World Spawn. This is also what we call our community center. Well, I appreciate it. So this is World Spawn. So of course there's our handmade sign. It took me, I think, about a week to put that together. So this is actually a so these are, we have a mod in here called supplementaries. And so these are actually blackboards. So you can actually come up here and so it's like drawing a pixel, a bit of pixel art, right? So you can draw on the blackboard. And so each one of these letters were hand drawn over multiple blackboards. And then I had to put them together like a puzzle piece. We did a front and back side to it. The back side, of course, is for our membership to come in here and put graffiti on it, as we call it, doodle. So there's the heart is one of the members, Kara. We'll go visit her palace here shortly. The Z is from Hilo. So Hilo's character is looks like a villager. And then, of course, there's my little wizard guy down there. And then... yeah. It's just me, little me right down in the corner. Kat is one of the other members who's on again, off again, so to speak. He usually shows up right after there's an update to the mod pack to see what all we've changed, and then he's on for a few days and then he's gone again. But he's also in the military, so we don't see him a whole lot. And so this is the community center. So this is where we all get together as like a group collaborative build. We don't have the concept like, I don't know if you've watched or follow Hermitcraft, where they do like diamond trading and build stores. We don't really have that kind of concept here on the server, but we do have this idea that we wanted somewhere for everybody to come in and be able to build a little something. So we have a giant group project, so to speak. So the big tower there, that is Bazinga's tower. This is Astria. This is another member. So this is her sweet treat shop. So you can kind of come in here and get apples, foods, pancakes, whatever. I still love this file cabinet job she did. That was great. She's got milk set up, so she's got a milk dispenser. She was so proud of this. So, you know, bottled milk if you need it. So, you know, milk does a lot of good. So this is her kitchen area, and so she does she likes to do a lot of the baked goods stuff. Hilo is building in the tap room, so the King's Royal Salt Shaker. So this is bar. Oh, I didn't know. Yeah, it does work. So, you know, if you want some beer, apparently he's got some on tap. But he's still working on it, as you can see. He's still got top end that he's building on. I just got some of this done. I'm still not completely done. So this is our post box. So one of the things that we have allows us to actually send mail to each other, so we can swap blocks as we need to. Someone goes, "Hey, I need this," and just ship it over to their base. I had been out here working, and somebody says, "I need this." It's been so we've been at this since, honestly, the latter half of February. So, and we still got a lot more work to do. Yeah, we're very happy with the way things are coming along. I'm super excited that you're enjoying the tour. So discarded books and things. So this is where people can come and throw away enchantment books that they don't want. Or come here looking for enchantment books that they may need. That's a fun little shop. And then let's see, Katoa. So that's my little house. I just built me a little cabin here. Thank you for the follow. Really appreciate that. And then there's the hibachi grill and ale. So this is Nori and Shale's hibachi grill and ale. So a little hibachi style restaurant, grills, open flame. You know, you can stand here and cook things up. And there's the flower shop. That is Mac's flower shop. They've done a little bit of work. I haven't seen them on in about a week. But so Mac's been doing all like the flower growing. So super cool. And then this is Katoa's blacksmith shop. Basically, anybody who needs anything if you land on the server, you can come here. We keep a set of armor to get everybody started. And then he's decorated the place out. He put a working Tinker's Construct furnace in here, so if you need it to smelt ore or whatnot, you can just come in here and just make use of it. So I thought that was very nice of him. This was our last weekend's project on Saturday. So we do a stream I do a longer stream on Saturdays. Friday night community night's about an hour long, and I do a longer stream on Saturdays. And so this last Saturday, we built this big behemoth all on stream. And so this is our automated concrete shop. So what color would you like, Allery? White. Okay. So with the lever in up, it'll actually give you concrete blocks. If you put it down, you'll get concrete powder. We're going to leave it up for concrete. So if we push the white button, we will order white. And so that causes the whole machine to start moving. And so you can see the white die on its way down there. And we'll slide over here real quick. And so the white die goes into the back of the machine. And if you see that empty hole down there, that's where it'll end up at. So that's the machine that turns sand and gravel into concrete powder. And the concrete powder goes right to the end there. It gets washed. And then this arm will go and pick up the washed concrete, just like that, and deposit it. And so when we get done looking around up here, we'll go down and we'll collect our white concrete. Over in the far corner there is our big grinder machine. So that's actually, well, so up there in the roof area is the cobblestone generator. That drops it down into the first grinding wheels that gives us gravel. The output from that is split half and half. So half of the gravel goes up to the second set of grinding wheels and gets turned into sand. And the other half of the gravel continues on its merry way right up here to the ingest machine, and they end up in those two little boxes that keeps the rest of the system just running. All of the dye gets loaded in these boxes on either side. We have a lovely little dye loading system, so if we had dye, I think I actually have a little bit of dye on me. We can demo some of this. So you take some magenta. Actually, let's throw some white in there. We just pulled out some white. So if we throw the white dye into the system, yeah, so you'll actually be able to watch. So the white dye goes into a sorter, and it should be coming up over here. So we should see it's actually on this side. And I'm missing the belt. All that is terrible. Wow, that's a fail. How did I miss that belt? Where did that belt go? It's all right. That is all right. We will fix this up real quick. Because we can do this. Put the belt in here, just like that. I don't know how we missed a belt like that, but we did. So then that would come through here and then end up getting picked up in the white box. Now I just need to get myself out of here. So we'll use a little bit of magic to do that. So, but yeah, that's our whole light concrete system. We built that last Saturday in the long run. So there's the white concrete blocks. Now, while the system is running, if you push one of these buttons, you'll get a full stack. If the system is not running and it's just starting up for the first time, so it's like you come in here and the machine's been off for a little while, you'll get a half a stack. It's a weird little quirk because the machine doesn't run all the time, and I do that to conserve fuel. Because there's not really a fuel generator for this shop. So I have to come in here and manually dump fuel into it. If there was a fuel generator, then we could leave it running all the time. But it's just not been a necessary thing, so we don't. But yeah, very complicated, very, very, that's probably my most, so that's, I would say that's version 2 of the concrete shop. I've made a prior version in another mod pack. That use create. So that's version 2. And that's probably my most advanced version of the concrete factory yet. So let's clean up our inventory because there is still more to do. All right. Throw all that away. Okay, so next place to go visit. Well, we were just talking about Hilo. Let's go see Hilo. So again, there's Hilo's bar room. And then Hilo has a spot. We have a teleporter. We stand on the teleporter and we go to the forest tower. Wait for it. There we go. And so this is Hilo's base. And we don't go poking around on the community nights. We just kind of come over and see what they've been doing. So we look at the outsides. I like to try and sometimes get them online when we do these community nights, just so they can give us a grand tour of everything. But that doesn't always work out. So this is Hilo's base. I think he was going for like a big forest mansion sort of thing. This is actually the back side of it, and we'll fly around to the front side. Hilo is, I think, one of the newer members that joined us about, I don't know, 3-4 weeks back, something like that. So this is his place. Oh, he's decided to do flowers there. That's not a bad little build. I think his plans are to expand out into the countryside, so chop down a lot of these trees. And he was talking about wanting to put in a steampunk style town around his base right here. So we've got a couple of new mods that are coming in with the latest update. It's a very nice mansion. It is very, very nice. He doesn't have much for decoration on the inside, but the outside looks very nice. He's still working on the insides, as far as I know. Oh, just wait. Just wait. So this is Hilo's place. The next member will go and see if we hit him. This place is nice. Let's go over to, we'll go visit Alchemic. Let's see. I remember which way I'm facing. So Alchemic has been taking advantage of the mine colonies that we have in this. He also took advantage of the End Remastered. And then he's been doing really kind of crazy stuff. So just be prepared. A lot of this is mine colonies, but this is Alchemic's view on mine colonies. So he's got like a lot of people doing a lot of things. There's a lot of buildings. So mine colonies is one of these mods that allows you to create your own town that they collect resources and then they build buildings and think like old school civilization. So very, very big, very, very productive. And these people have been going absolutely just, it's huge. And he's done a really cool thing where so this outer castle is actually part of a different mod called the End Remastered. And so what he's done is he's incorporated this inside of his colony and as part of the colony all in itself. So it's really kind of interesting. I don't have a whole lot of rights in his colony, so getting off my broomstick means I can't get my broomstick again. So unfortunately, all we can really do is just fly around and look. But just, he's been busy over here. Been really busy. But I think this is about, well, we appreciate it. We try. Everybody's just, so we have a lot of dedicated guys who log in, who play a little every day. And just everybody stays busy. And we help each other out. So it's not like, you know, nobody does anything to help anybody else out. But we're a nice little happy community. Go away, zombie. Really? You too. Not interested. So that's Alchemic's place. Let's see who else. Oh, you'll like this one. Let's see. There's the Zora Academy. So this is a member of the server we haven't seen on for a little while. He was here at the start. I think he's on hiatus for right now. So this is, but when he was online, this is what he had been working on. So this is all of his little magic area, which is okay to look at. There's nothing really spectacular. It looks pretty starter base-ish. And then he's got his terrace structure that he built down. But my personal favorite part of this whole build is once he got really deep into mana and artifice and the magic, apparently he had a spell go awry. And so that's his starter base. When he came out to this spot and picked this spot out, that was literally the house that he put down. And that was down there in that hole. And apparently he was playing around with some of the magic from mana and artifice and managed to pick his entire house up here into the air. So he's kind of left it up here. So yeah, but yeah, the Zoda is the creator of this little base. And I know he had plans, but he, like I said, I think he's on hiatus right now. So I don't know. Don't know if we'll see him back this season. I kind of hope so. I don't know what he plans on doing with this place if he does. So should really be interesting. So let's see the next place on the plateau to go see. Let's go see. Oh, let's pop over Starlight Hill. So this is Mac's base that we're going to go pop into. Mac is probably one of the youngest members on the server. So she likes her pink area and her glass. She's got a little you remembered? Yeah, so Max stuck her teleporter inside of her house. So she's got a very simple base that goes underground. Somebody apparently thought it was a good idea to give her a chicken. So she's got a giant chicken. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I could see that. Totally could see that. But yeah, so somebody decided to put a giant chicken over here at her base. There's her donkeys. She was so excited she got these donkeys. I think this showed up on April Fool's Day, April 1st. There was a couple of little practical jokes that were going on that day. Yeah, Mr. Ed the donkey. Oh. I know it's great. The got a good sense of humor. She does. But Mac is my official neighbor. So if we looked at our map, here's where we're at Mac's base, and Mac is within stone's throw of my base. So she is my official neighbor. I think she's within like 500 blocks of my place. That's about as close as what we call our neighbors anyways. The next place we can go pop in at, let's see, where is, ah yes, TLC Guild. The Laughing Coffin Guild, as they call themselves. That would be Katoa Company. So we call it Katoa Company because there's three individuals that are over here in this spot that we're heading to. That would be Katoa, Mini Taco, and Atsana is her name. And so this was a barren area. Apparently somebody really liked the summer blossom trees and went like plant heavy. Turned this into a wooded place, and so it's trying to fly around in here is a bit problematic. This is their second house. The first time they built this thing, it caught on fire and burnt down. So this is their house number 2. Katoa built this one, which is unusual for him. He doesn't usually build bases, but he did. And he's got actually a couple machines downstairs, so down here. But this is about the most I know about their place. Maybe one day when they're on, we'll get them to take us around for a full tour of the shop. Oh, come mate. Don't want your plants. But yeah, so they built a, I'm going to call it a chocolate bar house, a waffle shop house. I don't know. I thought it was interesting. And then right over here, Atsana started her colony. But like I said, she just started. I don't know what her next steps are or anything else. So we're just, it's a wait and see sort of thing. We'll see what she does with it. our next visit. So they're on and off. So those three members are occasionally here and not here. We see them rarely. But when they do pop on, they have fun. They cause some ruckus. Our next stop is going to be the Piffering Tower. So this is our next prolific builder. So this is Shale's base. Shale is the resource queen of the server. If there's a block that you need or a resource that you want, she's probably got it. So we have Mystical Agriculture as one of the mods in here. And so this is her Mystical Agriculture farm. And so I think she's pretty much growing one of everything. Or if not one of everything, pretty much close to one of everything. Now her base is a little unfinished. So the dirt path, of my understanding, is supposed to be the top, and she's making herself a giant mushroom out here. So it's very much so a work in progress here. But one of the coolest things that she's got going on in her place is she has got a huge aquarium that she has been working on over here. So she's turning the interior here, she says, into like a little miniature sea world. So, there's turtles and dolphins. I think there's axolotls in there. Yep, there's a couple of them now. Fish. She's building a coral reef. That's the dirt is her pattern, so to speak. But she's got a little bit more work to do on that. I think it's just supposed to be more water going up. There's a little turtle habitat over there for them to have babies if they want to. But this whole thing is all connected. And so this is more of her work area. It's a little bit of a mess, but I've been told that this will all get cleaned up. And this is going to be like a little viewing, visiting area, so to speak. So really kind of cool. Got an awful lot going on here. I do also know that she has herself been busy on a mine colonies. That is off in this direction somewhere. I believe it's this way. Yep, I can see the little outlines of the colony. What's up? Did I miss something? Sure. Hey, what's going on, Killbot? You can ask any question you want, Ellery. How did I decide to create the server? So we're still out here doing our community night as normal. So we were hosting a Valhelsia 3 server in our season 1. And I started streaming on Valhelsia 3. We just picked a already pre-made mod pack and started playing around with that. What ended up happening is during stream, I met some people who decided they wanted to come and play on the server with us and contribute to the community. And we were like, cool. And then towards the end of season 1, people kind of got bored with the Valhelsia 3 mod pack. We were kind of getting done. A lot of our various hot projects were getting over with, and we were just wrapping it up. Like there was nothing anybody else wanted to build anymore. We kind of reached the apex. And so we sat around and started thinking about, okay, so what mod pack did we want to do next? And as we looked around, we couldn't find a mod pack that really kind of fit our purpose. Like Valhelsia was built as a magic and tech mod pack, but it was very tech heavy. It had mechanism, mechanism was like the big one. It had immersive engineering. It was a lot of really like tech centric, and the little bit of magic it had really wasn't much. And so as we were sitting around talking in amongst ourselves, we decided that we wanted a bit more magic centered mod this time around. And so we started looking for magic centric mod packs, and we really just couldn't find one that fit the bill. So then we decided we would just create our own. And this is the result of that escapade. So we sat around, we looked at the various mods out there, and then we started to pull them all together and find the ones that we wanted. We had a test server up, and we would test them on the test server, and then the ones that actually maintained were stable and were good, we included in the mod pack, and then the ones that weren't, we just had to let them go. We're still watching them, still keeping an eye on them. But yeah, basically, I started out playing with just myself and Shale and Katoa, and then we picked up people who wanted to come along and play with us, and that's how we got to where we're at right now. It really hasn't been that long. Like season 1 just ended in January, towards the end of February. Season 2 started here at February, which is what we're playing now. Originally, the Valhelsia server started in July of last year. So, as far as a community of builders, we're fairly young. Some of us have been playing Minecraft for years. Others are just getting into it. But yeah, so this is Shale's place. Again, she's like resource queen. You want a block, she can tell you how to get it if she doesn't already have it in like multiple stacks of it. It's kind of funny. This theme is like, so we wanted just a little bit of tech and a bit more magic based. So we went with the idea of a story of, we came from Valhelsia to this server. And Valhelsia was very tech centric. We came to a more magic centric. So we're looking at the Valhelsia server as like the old builders, like the builders of old, who have since passed on, and along with all of their knowledge and their tech has gone away. And in this place has been replaced by magic and like steampunk style sciences and whatnot. So we have create in here. We do have immersive engineering, but it's not all the extra immersive engineering mods on it. So it's just like the core. So not like oil and gas powered or anything like that. So a lot of it's still coal and furnace driven, that sort of thing. Get ready to have your socks knocked off. Let's go say hi to Kara. Kara is exactly our largest builder. Her base is by far and away the biggest on the server currently. And so we call it the Palace of Kara. She had this idea of building puppies. Came with one of the mods that we put in. Kara actually wanted them. She liked the little doggies. So these are Shiba dogs from Quirk. They're cute. But this is Caras Palace, as it were. We will wave. So this is her palace that she has been working on. I have it on good authority that the open areas up here on the roof she's putting up for gardens. And then she's been working at this. So this is like, she sat around and had this idea of what she wanted to build, and then a lot of the blocks and the mods that were introduced into this mod pack were to support our builder community. I myself am a huge automation redstoner guy. Yeah, she's very nice. She likes, I know at one time she was working on this huge tree and on another mod that she was playing around on. This island is a custom made island. So like she's literally out in the middle of the ocean. And she couldn't find a spot on land that she liked. So as a community and as a group, we all got together and dug dirt. And so this is literally a custom made island. So there's probably close to 400,000 blocks of dirt that have turned into grass to make this island to support her palace. There's probably, I know that the base structure of this palace is done in quartz. You can see it peeking right here through the window. So she's done all this out of smooth quartz. So she's probably got a couple 100,000 blocks of smooth quartz in the build alone. And then there's all the amethyst that we had, that she's been getting. And this is a monumental work. And as much as she's been doing it, the community has been helping to support her and helping to come up with ways to get her the materials that she needs to put this thing together. But just a massive, massive build. If we look, so each one of these squares on the map is one chunk. So this is, I don't know, 15, 20 odd chunks square that she's set out here. And, add insult to injury, right? So her plans are to, I think actually over here in this corner, from what she was telling me, there's going to be a guardhouse that goes into this. So this is just a castle area. This doesn't include all the walls that she's planning to put in and the little housing areas and whatnot that are supposed to go along with it. And right down here is underneath, and I have been spending a most prodigious amount of time yeah, I'll let her know she liked the colors. So I have been draining the sea, as it were, underneath. So this is underneath her island. And so she's going to turn this into a large basement. So still just, I said, this is probably the biggest build on the server. Ow. Let's not suffocate to death. So this is the biggest build on the server, but by far it's she's been hard at work at this, and she's still got quite the ways to go. So we're all excited to see what this looks like. We've also been telling her she needs maps, because each floor has, oh, you'll like this one. Each floor has its own series of rooms. One of the big rooms that she just got done, if I can find it. Oh, there it is. You have to depend on that little mini map in that top corner to figure out where you're at in this place. And right here is her theater, which is the first ground room that she just finished building. I think she said she's got to put some lightings and whatnot in here, but this is her theater room. Comes complete with, sofas and seats. Yeah, there's the sign. So, I think we're planning on, like, when she gets to a point where she calls the palace done, I think we're going to plan on, like, some kind of server-wide event or something like that, where we'll all get together and throw a party. Lots of fireworks, that sort of thing. Make her do a grand tour of the place. Because it's just huge. And then, yeah, it even has a little backstage area for it. She's going to put some dressing rooms in. So it's not like this is just, she's thrown this together. She's actually got a plan for every room, like decorations and everything for every room in this place. She even has bathrooms. So she has been like seriously hard at work. And she knows the layout of this place better than anybody else, I think. Yeah. And this is just the first floor. There's like 5 floors to this place. And I get lost. So much fun though. So much fun. But yeah, we're all like super ecstatic to see this place when it gets done. Let's do this real quick before we. There's one other room that she was just showing me today. She thought was so cool, and I happen to agree. I thought it was pretty interesting. So we'll go see if we can't find our way up to it real quick, and then we'll go see the last person on the list, and that is going to be Bazinga and Astria's base. Their sky fortress, as it were. Let me find the way up. Where did you put the stairs at? Oh my word. This place is so huge. Aha, stairs. I found them. Ah. It's just... Oh my word. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, I think it's on the 2nd floor somewhere. I think it's down this way. Maybe. Oh, there we go. The throne room is where we're headed to. Here we go. Sign. It's the throne room. So this is her throne room area. Now it's not completely done, but she says she's gotten a lot of the structural pieces in place. I love this color changing moon, sun thing she's got on the floor. So this is her throne room area. She says she's got to put a throne in, but she's waiting on the next update to come in because we're going to have some new furniture pieces that are coming in to help support some of this. Yeah. I thought she did a really nice work on the floor. This place is just huge. There's no other words beyond just the fact that it's just big. Let's see if we can teleport out. No, but we can. That should be an open window. Yep, moon and sun. That's exactly what that is. You can see a lot of that over here too. So she's got a little sun in the wall. And then there's a moon back down over here. So I'm assuming that's what she's decided to do for the palace. Maybe there's a big flag she'll put together. Maybe we'll offer to help her put together a huge flag that she can wave that has the moon and sun on it. That would be pretty cool. That's what she's going for as far as like the kingdom's imagery. But this is her courtyard here in the center, and right now it's serving as her base of operation. It's where her chess monster lives at. But I think ultimately this is going to get actually turned into a garden area in the center of the palace. So she has been super busy out here. She's been working on the roof area. It's just a lot of, and understand that this is a lot of work she's been putting in on this. These little half blocks here are actually 2 blocks. So every one of those that's in there, she had to put 2 of them. You guys would show up to ruin. Hang on, we're gonna make it day real quick. I don't get those guys to leave me alone. Don't be too worried about catching fire. So Kara actually has 7 neighbors, and her neighbors are Bazinga and Astria. So the tower in the community center and the bake shop in the community center are husband and wife couple, Bazinga and Astria. They showed up during season 1. So they have chosen to occupy a castle in the sky. And so they have been, give this a second to load in. They have been building high up in the air. And so they've been doing this whole magic elevated floating castle and little islands out here. So like there's a graveyard they put in out here, which also I guess serves as a mob spawner. I don't know. They've got a little farm they've been building. That's the wrong direction. This is, I think, an animal pen up here, or maybe a bee. Yeah, it looks like bee farm. Okay. This is Little Chris. There's a fishing hole that I think Astria put this in. Little fishing spot. You can tell because there's tackle box over there. and cooler for fish. That makes sense. And then that's Little Chris's tower, who's also based over here. Little Chris would be another one of those members who shows up periodically. He's a nice builder. He does really good work, nice detail on his works. Now, before we get going too crazy here, a lot of the foundation of this is actually taken from a mod called Castle in the Sky. So this big center section right here is actually a generated dungeon that they've conquered and then converted this out. But the little floating islands, all the little floating islands around here, that's 100%. They built those and designed those and put those in place. Early on in the season, when they moved out here, there was a big castle out here and not as many trees. And then they tore it down and went with a different house. And they tore it down again and gone with this house. Apparently, they like to change up the look of their base, or at least Astria likes to do renovating. Absolutely just gorgeous. And normally I don't... Okay, come on. We'll just poke our head into the house here just a little bit. I don't think that they're quite done all their decorating, and I know there's more to the base that's inside the center of the island. I just don't know what. And I'm not certain I want to go digging around too much, because bad things happen if you don't know where you're going. You get lost, or you step into an area you probably shouldn't be into. But this is Astria's kitchen. I love the hourglass. That's pretty cool. Goes out to the nice little sitting area. So Astria is definitely of the interior design decorator person in this pairing here. Lots of really cool interior work. Be the bedroom. And oh, look, they got some parrots. Just, yeah. But this would be their place. Now, I know that eventually we're supposed to actually, I've been promised a tour, as it were. We have a bell. A tour of all of the spots, and I think Astria has a secondary. Well, I know she has a secondary place. I've been to it once, but I'm not certain how to get there. I have it marked on my map. So there's a little Astria has a little garden area deep underground here. But if you wanted to live high up in the sky, this is comfort. You've got pretty much everything that you need right up here. And again, remember we were talking about like a little bit of tech, and so there's a little bit of the immersive engineering right there. It's got actually a really cool effect. I think it's on this side. Pop over here just a second. Yeah, there it is. So he's put these create fans, or create windmills, all over the place as kind of like stabilizers to make it seem like this is what's keeping the island in place. It looks like he's actually put some underneath of it too. So maybe that's how he's assuming to keep the island afloat. I don't know. But yeah, just absolute gorgeous area. But those are all the various odd bases that we have and the work that people have been doing. Like I said, a lot of the really, really big stuff that has happened, you'll see over at the community center. Then there's the Dwarven Forge that I've been working on. And of course, there's my base, which I've constantly been working on. I got the portal up over there. At some point in time, I have to get over to the castle farm and really just finish building out that mob farm. I just haven't done it yet. I think that pretty much covers all of everybody's place. This is my favorite spot on the server, just because this is where everybody's had a hand in something going on over here. So I just like to sit over here and just relax while I'm thinking of things. There's Bazinga put a big obelisk over here, so that's a black obelisk. It's essentially just a series of teleporters that take you from the community center here. It'll pop you into the nether or take you out to the end. But it's just the idea is you step into it, you pop through. And you stand very still, because otherwise if you start moving around, you get slurped up by these other portals. So it's much bigger on the inside. And so that portal will take you to the end. That portal will take you to the nether. And the one straight ahead will take us right back to where we came from, which is where we want to go. But there. Yeah, so that's new on the server. So that pretty much covers all like the really new crisp builds that have been going on. Gets us around to see a lot of what everybody's been working on. And a lot of just the fun things that we've had going on. Occasionally we all get together and have a laugh. We have a Discord channel that we talk in. We do regular conversations. We share builds, we share ideas. We basically just kind of help each other out, and we try to be as creative as possible and build just as really cool stuff as we possibly can. And then once we reach the point where we've got everything done, then we'll freeze the server off, and we'll start the whole project all over again. So, but that's a long way from now. None of us are even remotely close to being ready to be done with this just yet. We're all just getting started. So this is a nice place to just hang out and chill. And I will. Believe it or not, we are all perfect strangers that we've just come together for playing this game. So I met Zoda while streaming. Zoda introduced me to Bazinga, who he met playing on another server. Kara came along with Zoda. Katoa is family for me. Shale is family for me. And Minnie, Taco, and Mac are friends of Katoa. So we've all just kind of met each other, so to speak. But this is like the first time we've all kind of got playing all on the same server. Alchemic and Hilo, I actually met them while streaming Season 2. So they're brand new faces to Season 2. They just got started first time with us here on this server. And then, yeah, Hilo and Alchemic are brand new on this server this season. And I think that covers pretty much everybody that plays. So we have a Discord. You can do !Discord, and that'll get you Discord information if you want to pop on over and just say hi and talk with the people in the community. You're welcome to. I also have a YouTube channel where all of these, so all of the Friday night community nights and all of the Saturday shenanigans that I get into are all uploaded to my YouTube. So unfortunately, they're very much so unedited. So if you fast forward through there. You're not going to hurt my feelings at all. But you can see a lot of what we've been doing and catch back up. You can also catch the first season. So you can see what a lot of this, what Valhalla looked like when we first started and how things looked like when we all got together the first time around. And some of the shenanigans we got into at that point. Occasionally, sometimes we do get on here and stream some other games, but it doesn't happen very often. Mostly we just kind of play Minecraft at this point. But yeah, lots of happy, fun friends. And I will, of course, this is going to go up on YouTube anyways, but I don't care. There is one secret bit. And that is if you stand right here on this specific block, open up that barrel, and you throw any item into that barrel, it will take you down into my secret lair. Not really a secret. It actually just takes you, it's a fast way back to my house. But yeah. This place looked very different at the start of the season. Looks very different. Oh, let's go through this real quick. Because I like my little secret areas. Now this one's not really that much of a secret because there's trapdoors and you can just look at it and see there's trapdoors. But my favorite bit is where my villager trading hall is. WYM? I'm not... Oh, so what I mean by is that the trapdoors are labeled. So if you highlight, so we have a mod that tells us, if you look center screen, it tells you what you're looking at. And so it tells you that there's a trapdoor here. So that's not very hidden as far as secret entrances go. It's kind of blatantly obvious. If you're just scanning across the floor, you'll see trapdoor. Okay, obviously that's the trapdoor. My favorite bit, though, is, so like this is all smooth basalt, this is all smooth basalt, this is all smooth basalt. And then this has got a really touch medieval feel in that if you move the sconce, you can open up a secret area. So this is my villager trading area back over here. These guys are all very noisy people. But I like the little sconce lever. It's fun. And really just breed that bit of medieval. I guess it would have been better if I had done it in the bookshelf instead. But that took me a little bit to get the redstone just right so that it would come through and still be completely invisible to everything. I mean, you can look right there. You can see the little redstone torch, one of the redstone torches that's running this whole setup. But I'm okay with that. That's not too bad. It's pretty seamless from back here. You can't see it, so it's good. I thought about doing something here in the bookshelves. What would have been really nice is if you could actually put books in the bookshelf, then it would have been really cool to actually have one of these bookshelves operate the switch, and by opening it up, take a book out, and having a decrease in book operate the secret door, because then it'd be almost like tipping back the book in the bookshelf to open a door. But and then down here, of course, is my nether portal, and then Nori's unused farmland. Yeah, I haven't touched this in pretty much since I set it up. I haven't even come down here and harvested it once. It's literally unused farmland. But yeah, this is not really, there's not too terribly much going on down here. And that's because I've been trying to, so last season, my base was pretty much inside of a mountain. It's all underground. And so I've been trying to force myself to build above ground and to do all my work above ground so that visually there's something to look at. And so visually we have something that we can look at now. So we have, towers that are holding magical apparatuses in them. There's a workshop area over here. There's another tower just over here that is filled with magical apparatuses. There's another one down there that's filled with magical apparatuses. We have floors that are dedicated to different mods and magical things that are going on. And then I built this huge portal frame. I like it better from the backside. This looks really cool. So I was very happy with how that turned out. That turned out really good. And I just need to come back over and put a couple layers of glass on top of it to just kind of finish out that transparency effect. I don't want it quite as many as I did here because you lose some of the color variance in there, so you can't really see the swirls from this side. But I figured that's not really that big of a deal. And then down here is the mayor's mansion for the town at the foot of the volcano. And so this is actually serving as my wood shop. I need to get in here and decorate. I haven't really decorated in here. But again, because I like my hidden doors. Little button, sliding door. And then down here, I have a couple of little occultism demons that run around and chop down trees. And I gave them an outside area inside. Or as close as to one as I could approximate. I've seen some people do much better sky scenes than that, but I'm happy with the way this one turned out. But if we can convince this tree to grow for us, there we go. So these little guys right here, well, yeah, there's a grown tree. Go do it. Tree, let's go. Ah, there he goes. So he'll he'll just chop down the tree for us. No harm, no foul, no fuss, no muss. So this is its own self-running tree farm. Fully made in magic, and he will replant the saplings for me. And so all I have to do is just hang out AFK, and they will do their thing. They clean up after themselves. So useful. And so all of that down there in the center chest just makes its way back up here. And so it all ends up right here. I have a hopper right here. I can throw stuff in to have it ground into bone meal and get the bone meal back. So if I don't like all of this red currant stuff, who cares, right? Don't really need it. And then of course, if we're done, just click the button again, and it actually is a keyed doorway. So, if you tried to take out this block right here, it would still, you wouldn't see it. If you took out all 9 of these blocks, the wall here would still be flush because it gets replaced with that bit of light blue concrete. And so it's a keyed doorway, which I thought was a very nice touch. I'm happy with the way that turned out. But yeah, we did that in a weekend on a Saturday long stream where we were figuring out how to make those little guys chop down trees for us in an automated fashion. So we've been playing around with the various mods in the mod pack, learning our way through them, figuring out how best to optimize things to make it all work, and generally just having a jolly good time at it. All right. The broomstick's from a mod called Hexaria. It's part of a witch-based magic thing, and that thing just drives me a little nuts for flying, but it's all right. This floor is for rune crafting. This is my ritual for high magic for mana and artifice. Up here is my... So this is my mana and artifice workshop area. So like the actual... Just one of the crafting tables they have for it, and then all the various little mana runes, so I don't have to sit here and draw in the air. Let's see. Let's do it this way. Let's go back down to... Let's go to this floor. I have a little hidden elevator right over here. It'll take us all the way up to my office area. And so this is my desk where we check people in. We have tables for people to have like a little small party. It's almost restaurant style, but not really. But, you know, there's booze for everybody. My well-stocked kitchen, all my various armors that I have collected thus far. And then I've got room for the other armors I'm still working on. I haven't got them all yet. And then my personal favorite floor, which is the next floor, which has my pet turtles. So there's Trevor and Sam. These guys always like to hang out right here at the front steps on the way up to greet me and say hi. Trevor, of course, is my favorite redstone tortoise. Sam is my second favorite at the coal. And we have Todd, who is our copper tortoise. Jerry, who's the lapis. And then David, who is our iron tortoise. These guys took a little bit of doing to get them up here. And then for probably the best view from anywhere, come all the way up top here. You can see all the way down to my little fish shack slash boat dock. You can see all the way down over here to the village that's coming up. Ooh, don't fall off. That we're working on. And so the idea here is that this whole island. So I've got roads I've put in, and there's one more road that needs to come up this side. But this whole island will be covered in villager houses. So we're building them all the way around. But we'll do different style of villager houses on like the north side. We'll have like oak or spruce or something. The southern side will have an entirely different state. You can see the roads as they run in, and then of course there's the big dragon, it looks a little tacky. It's still very much so unfinished. That arm's got to get much bigger than what it is right now. He looks a little anorexic. He's gone on a diet. Nobody's fed the dragon enough. But that's it. That is normally what we do for our community nights. We just kind of take a look at what is going on. We will fly down here to my boat docks. I do an awful lot of fishing off the boat dock. And fly around, we take a look at seeing what everybody's been up to. We see what's been going on, and normally about this point in time, we go, okay, so here's what we got on the board for Saturday. And I'll be completely honest at this point, I don't know what's on the board for Saturday. I think we will probably end up over at the Dwarven Forge for tomorrow's long play, where we'll do some more clean out. I really want to see if I can't automate that arm, or at least put some create contraption in the arm so that the arm actually swings the hammer. I think that would be absolutely great. I think that would be fantastic to see that actually come to work. Maybe that's something we'll work on. The other thing is we need to also make the bunch of constructs that go into that. So all of the little automated workers, and we'll need to figure out our belt feed system. But probably mostly will just be terraforming the landscape to get prepped and ready for it. But you're welcome to come join us tomorrow morning. We're actually a little over time today, but that's okay. But yeah, we have lots of fun. And like I said, you're welcome to come join us again tomorrow morning. We're here from, let's see, we start at 9:30 Eastern time, and we run all the way to 1:30 Eastern time. So like I said, it's a long 4-hour session. Our time, so we do the long play time from 9:30 Eastern Standard to 1:30 Eastern Standard Time on Saturdays. So that's our long play for tomorrow. So we'll definitely be doing a bunch of work over at the Dwarven shop. So that'll be fun. It's 4 a.m. Yeah, you would not be the only one. So Hilo and Alchemic, and there's another guy who popped in on season 1. He still hangs out in Discord with us, and occasionally I'll play games with him. They're all almost in your exact time zone. It's kind of funny. So I occasionally cross paths with Hilo and them. I'm trying to figure out a better stream time. I just haven't had one that popped up. So these are what I've been doing is Friday and Saturdays. But you're still welcome to come back and check in on the channel. The videos are all kept of the previous streams. And, let's see. You can always do this. Come on, you stupid. There it goes. Get Nightbot to show up. That's the direct link to the YouTube channel, and from there you can go and watch all of the previous streams and everything else as well, so you don't have to miss out. What did I just hit? Oh, I hope that didn't. I feel like that maybe it just killed. I don't know. But yeah, I think I hit a button in my stream software and it did something funny. I'm sorry. You are typing. Yeah, for real. I can see it. Yeah, I hit a button on my end. I think I actually hit F5. It looked like it actually restarted the whole stream, which is annoying. Yeah, we're having some technical issues, and I think that's my fault because I pushed a button on my end that did something funny with the stream software. It didn't like that one bit. What happened? That's okay. Yeah. So I hit a button that absolutely reloaded the entire thing, which probably caused for a little blip in our stream tonight. Fun. Well, we're happy to have you. We'd love to have you come back. It's very, very nice to have people show up and talk to as we're going about things. It's also great to bounce ideas. I really like doing the whole community-based projects where we're building something and we're talking it out as a community. So a lot of this stuff, like the design of the concrete shop, actually came about from a conversation that I was having about well, how do we think it should look? So I had some help building some of that stuff. So I absolutely love to have people come in and join in on the streams. It makes things so much more fun. So, all right. Well, I appreciate everybody who's come out tonight. I really do appreciate you coming out tonight. And we look forward to seeing you guys all next time. Until then, be safe. Enjoy the rest of your evening, morning, or afternoon. And thanks for joining us in our mess. Take care. See y'all tomorrow. Or early in the morning. Actually, I think it's like 6 or 7 hours from now or something like that. Whatever. We'll see you then. Take care now. Bye.